Welcome back to the Dropouts Podcast. You are here with your host, Samash and Clarence. To the left of me, we got the co-host, the one, the only.
It's your boy Bleezy. How y'all fucking doing today?
Yes.
Welcome back for another episode.
Yes, sir,
Today we got a rock star out here.
Got the
Who we
fucking rock star.
We
Tell
got
me who it
Therapacity
is.
up in this.
Yeah,
What's good?
Today's episode's a little different, guys. You know, a lot of times you see us have like guests on, but man, this man's no guest here, man. This man lives here too. He's an honorary dropout.
You know.
Been around for years.
You
guys, I know you saw the early podcast before we even had the studio. This man was in there.
Living legend himself.
Man, it's an honor to be here, honestly, though, because, like, man, y'all are stepping it up every day. This place is so sick. Like,
yeah, appreciate that, dog.
I fucking love it.
Much love.
What you been up to, man?
Working. But, like, through the weekend, honestly, I've been turning up, so I'm kind of, like, recovering right now, but, yeah.
What was the turn up this weekend?
Yeah, what you recovering from? Let's give us some deets.
You know, just... You know, I haven't been to like clubs in a minute, so I'm like, you know, we're hitting up some clubs because I was meeting up with some of my old friends and we just like turned up.
Yeah,
it's pretty lit though. It's pretty lit.
I was gonna come out, bro, but then you didn't have your girlfriend there, and I was like, I was with two girls, and I was like, bro, there's.
Well, I know.
don't know
I
if
went
there's
to
any
go and see
girls
my
there.
girlfriend though.
Huh?
I went to go and see her at some point later on.
Where was she at?
Oh, she was at like a little different club.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys just had
I ain't
clubbing
never
separately.
really been
Yeah.
clubbing. We're going to have to hit the club.
You know,
You never been
pretty fun
clubbing ever?
sometimes, but I actually don't really like it, and I don't like to get too drunk. So
Yeah, I don't like clubbing. I feel like it's weird not weird for you to say you never been clubbing, but like when I think about it, I'm like the times where we go out and drink pretty much feels like clubbing.
Facts.
Like we're just in a strange
exactly.
place
Like
drunk.
you can just have like fun anywhere. You don't really need to go to a club, and it's too loud, so like you can't even talk to anybody. Like you're trying to have
I
some
feel
like
like-
civilized ass conversations, and you can't even do it at
Well,
a
we
club.
be at concerts.
I feel like a club's like more single shit. If I'm in a club, even I'm not with my girl, it's not gonna
Right,
it's hard for
bro?
me
Yeah,
not
it's not
to go
fun.
towards it.
That's what I be telling my
probably why
shorty.
I haven't been to a club.
It's not fun at all, and then you're just sitting there like, what's really here to
I'm
do at a
just
club?
drinking,
Right?
And
I'm
like
drunk,
everybody's
Through the
acting all
septic
like
crib.
and dressing all promiscuous,
Right?
Like it's just like, man, and it's getting worse. I feel like shit. I feel like there's a lot more promiscuous outfits than there were in the past, you know, and it's pretty crazy. I feel like OnlyFans started that, but I can't even hate because OnlyFans is pretty cool.
Nah,
too.
Shorty's been like this forever, bro. Halloween's forever. Shorty's
Yeah, they
just
just
been
been
trying
looking
to,
for the day to do it.
right?
Yeah, I
you
don't
you
know
know what
what
they
I'm
say?
talking
Hoes don't get cold. They wear whatever, especially it's summertime.
Yeah,
Bro, Charlotte, summertime.
I'm actually kind of jealous
That was
now
crazy.
that I'm thinking about it. I'm over here in pants, and it's like so hot. It's like,
Hoes
I
don't
checked
get
the, like,
hot either.
Temperature was like 95 degrees. What it said in my car, I was like, "There's no way. That's not even possible." But yeah,
They say guy hoes don't get warm. Like if you're a guy hoe, you could wear a sweater in any environment.
the switch up.
The
Why you
switch
put
up.
me
Yeah,
on?
I guess you're right.
Why am I put what?
Yeah, why you put me on blast? I'm always cold.
Bro, always got the sweater on. Damn, bro, hoeing. That's funny as fuck. You been out here hoeing, bro?
Absolutely not. You know, we're in a relationship, so
Hell
I can't
yeah.
be out here hoeing.
I hear
You know,
brother.
you got to stay dedicated to your girl. And
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But you be clubbing without her, man. See, I can't.
Man, I'm trying to take her with me, but she was yesterday she went to like the Luke Combs concert, the country concert, and it looked lit because it was up at Bank of America Stadium.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, it looked pretty lit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll give her that. That's
So
cool.
it was pretty tight.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, like you said, you get drunk. There's girls around, and you're like, I should talk to them.
Exactly. I mean,
Well, I
nice
just went
thing to
because
do.
I was like going with like some of my friends. They was like, there's like a new club, and honestly, it's in a pretty like ratchet area. I'm not gonna front.
What about when the
But-
girls come in and talk to you?
Yeah,
well,
what
I
do you
just
do then?
don't even let that like happen. I'm with the boys, and they're all like in relationships too. Like we're
Oh,
we're
so
going
it's
up
like,
right
see,
now.
I
you
didn't
what
know,
I'm
I didn't know the
Yeah,
lineup.
that's
So this is
whole
like a little
He hit me-
reunion
he was
happening
like- he
here,
said,
you
"Yo,
know?
we going
This
in the-"
isn't like a regular occurrence.
He hit
I
me with
actually
the-
don't know what to do at a club.
He hit me with the goddamn. We
I'm
going
gonna
to a
walk in
club.
there. I'm like, straight to the bar.
He texted me, he said, "Yo, we're going to a club if y'all want to go." So I'm thinking he's talking about me and my girl. So I'm like, "Yeah, let me know what's up." Blah blah blah. He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be me, Lincoln, this dude Damien, this other dude we hang out."
He said we're looking for chicks.
I was like, "Oh damn, I can't bring the only
That's
girls
what
there."
like I can't be looking for love in the club. I'm just like, I don't know. There's really nothing to do.
No one's looking
besides-
for love in the club.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, bro, I thought your boys were out on a mission, and I was like, damn, I can't come out there tonight.
No.
If I would have known it was a chill night with the relationship squad, like maybe.
I'm trying to go to like the fucking bar because that's where I was trying to go. You know, once the bar was ended, that like there's a video game bar.
Oh, like
That shit is
Slingshot?
tight. No,
What's the other one near Slingshot?
no, it's a bar. That shit is tight. You get to play
A Bari.
fucking Super Street Fighter.
I
You
went to
don't
a
fuck with
place like
Slingshot?
that in Raleigh called Boxcar, bro. They had all the fucking OG games. It was so fire.
That's fire.
Yeah. They got one in Charlotte. It's called, what is it?
Oh, Super Abari.
Super Abari.
Yeah, there used to be a Bari, now it's Super Abari.
Oh
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
is that
Pretty
shit
cool.
super?
I mean, I guess.
comparison?
Go check it out.
In comparison to what a
definitely-
bar used to be?
I guess. Yeah, I guess they added some like new shit. But there's like some Japanese games that like, you know, you can't really find anywhere in other bars. Like,
Mhm.
got a Game Boy collection. That shit was tight.
Yo, by the way, thank you. My girlfriend loved her gift.
Hell yeah.
I got my
See?
shorty a DS Lite.
Well, the Switch Lite.
The Switch
Switch
Lite.
Lite.
I don't even know what the fuck these things are called. But I
Because
saw
there's
it.
so many of them.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, I think my girl likes this stuff, and she likes the old school games, and you know, I had to call my boy Max up. I was like, yo, I'm about to
course.
check out right now. Like, what do I get? And then he put me on. So I
You know.
appreciate that.
So what all did you do to it? Put me on.
Oh, I didn't do anything to it. I got I got her the what the Mario. The
Super Mario
Su-
Odyssey is what you got, right?
I
think.
So I don't,
Or like some like
It's
I
a
don't
Switch,
know.
right? What
Yeah,
do
the
you do?
Switch.
To,
the
what do you
Switch.
do to him?
Or like
no,
the
he
Switch.
didn't. He didn't mod it or anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you just got him right. You recommended
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
correctly. got
I didn't
you,
know what
got you.
games and shit to get.
I was confused because you were telling me he mods.
You do be modding. We do have a video
Yeah.
where he
Yes.
showed one of his like modded.
That one's
modded
like slightly
things.
modded, but yeah, I love
Okay.
modding consoles.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's dope.
How'd you get into that?
Well, just like because like, you know, I don't want to pay for a new controller every time I break my Xbox controller, so like I just been like repairing that and repairing my phones in the past. So like modding consoles kind of like that, but you're like upgrading it, you know? So it's pretty
yeah.
cool. And you get to like, you know, go through different game libraries cuz like in the recent years, I feel like gaming, like retro gaming is like just like skyrocketed. And it's like you can't really buy like old cartridges, you can't really do that, so you could just like mod a bunch of things. Like the modding community is also skyrocketed, so it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can play all these old games on the old hardware.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
that's what's up.
I like how old things always make their way back.
Yeah,
The old shit's always the OG.
things don't
bro.
die.
Nah.
I don't think things die.
The old shit, cause like, you know, sometimes a lot of times like things are like pretty good, then people keep like upgrading them, and then they do so much
sure
that
they
you're
get
just
shit.
like, damn, I miss back in the day, you know. And sometimes you just gotta simplify some shit,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Yeah.
basics. The basics will get you real far in life.
Also, even just like going out in nature, you know,
Facts. That's
climbing a
huge
mountain.
one.
or just walking outside.
We should go on a hike.
I'm
Honestly,
definitely
yeah,
game.
I went on a hike a couple weeks ago. That
How
was
was
really
that?
nice. I just had to go alone, you know, just like
Oh, for real?
That's
you know,
fire too.
just had to explore nature on my own. I've never been on a hike on my own, so I wanted to like I've always wanted to do that shit.
I was thinking. I don't think I've ever been on a. I've never been on a hike alone. I've never watched a movie in a theater alone, and
Oh,
I've
I
never
haven't done that
gone
either.
to a restaurant like where I had to be sat down alone.
See, I feel like I hear a lot of people being like, "Oh, that's like weird," and it like feels weird. But then
Nah,
like
bruh.
there's like people that are like, "I do that shit all the time," so
That's
I had
that.
to like try it.
Oh,
had
not
to try
like
it.
not like you walk in and pick your own table. I mean, like they have to seat you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like go to
Mm-hmm.
oh well, like yeah, I guess you just go to like somewhere with a bar or something.
See, that's a little different. Sitting at the bar, I feel like that's
But
like
I've been seated a lot. Like
You're
I've
talking
tried
about
it, and it's
going
pretty
and
fun.
enjoying a meal at a restaurant.
yeah,
alone.
like going to
Right.
like you know, put me in a booth where only 2 people could fit, but it's just me, and I'm gonna just
Mm-hmm.
have my food here, and like I'm just like, what do you do while you eat? Like you
Oh,
get
shit.
on your phone?
Yeah,
or-
you just like be like watching some shit. But I guess you do look like an iPad kid.
It's the time to
Like, just-
reflect.
yeah.
Me being the youngest, I would say I always tried to find a moment like that to get away from my siblings and like try to just think about like what my thoughts want to be, you know?
Yeah,
Instead of being
absolutely.
constantly influenced by the people around me.
I
being
feel
the
that.
the youngest, because I, being the youngest, always wanted to be with those people, you know. So eventually I was like, okay, I need that separation, you know. I'm not my brother.
Yeah.
Growing up, his friends were my friends, my friends were his friends, but eventually it was like, okay, am I Tanner or am I me? Type
Yeah,
shit.
I
I
feel
eventually
that.
learned who I was, and I started having my own interests.
Absolutely. You need to have that time of reflection.
For sure.
I love being like with myself. Like it's amazing. You need that social interaction. Like you need to talk to people, but
Hell yeah.
at the same time, you also need to talk to yourself. You know.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people like go the spiritual route.
I'm like different, bro. Like I much rather not be by myself, but I think that's because like when I'm living with my mom, and I've lived with my mom for majority of my life, I've been like an only child, and it does have, it's like there's hella times where like I enjoy my own presence, but there are times it's like it becomes fucking annoying when it's not like, okay, I decided to go be alone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times I kind of have to go not out of the way for company, but like I got to do extra shit to be like around people, otherwise I'm just chilling on my dolly, which is why I'm like, I wouldn't go to a restaurant to go eat alone. I get it, if you're trying to go get some alone time,
Right.
then you go
It's
do
the
that.
opposite.
See, I'm already at the crib alone, so I'm like, I'm just gonna order. Like, I'm not about to go somewhere to do this alone. But when you put it in that perspective, that does make a little bit more sense.
I guess I'm more of an introvert or something. I don't know. Like on the spectrum, like I feel like I'm not an introvert, but maybe I'm like
Yeah, on the
not as much
spectrum.
excited.
extrovert. Yeah.
Yeah,
The more
I
introverted
see you. I
are.
feel like, I don't know. I feel like you are pretty introverted, but I feel like you do shit. You be out.
Yeah.
You be with people.
Yeah, like because you need you need to be social. You're gonna go insane, and then you're just gonna like you can't be too much with yourself. Then you're just gonna like gonna drive yourself crazy. That's just not good.
You ever
Wow.
get angry?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I've ever like seen you even like slightly annoyed.
I don't even try. I don't try to be angry, but like yeah, I get angry sometimes.
But I feel like I've known you for so long. I've seen like all my friends frustrated. I don't think I've ever even seen you frustrated, dog.
Yeah, I feel like it. You have to like kind of like contain yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or like I don't know. I don't try to like let things get to me. So I feel like that's why.
What's the last thing that
anytime in
pissed
life.
you off?
Oh shit. When my dog got like that he like slipped the disc. I was actually sad. I guess that's not even angry. Yeah. Never mind. I don't know when the last time I was angry. Really.
He doesn't get mad.
Bro,
he just
bro,
gets
doesn't
sad.
get mad, dog. That's crazy.
My girl yelled at me. And
Did it make you sad,
then
or-
that made me pretty angry. Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you yelling at me?"
I
And
feel
then
like
it's
that's
'cause you're
exactly
doing
how you
something
said
stupid.
it. So she was like, ah! And you're like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you yelling at me?
The fuck?
Hell yeah, bro. I aspire to have that level of fucking calm.
I mean, I feel like I'm not always calm. I mean, you know.
Now you be lit, but you be calm.
Yeah.
You like hyper calm. Like you like energized calm.
I just want to enjoy life, you know? That's really it. I feel like that's really not what life's about is what I'm starting to realize, though. You got to really, you know,
Life's
get
not
down
about
and
enjoying
grind.
it?
You know, you got to really
Nah.
get down and get some
Balance.
motivation.
Balance.
Start changing things, you know?
Oh, motivation. Okay, what do you mean? You think you lacking motivation?
No, I just feel like you have to have a type of drive, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to,
Ambition.
yeah, you have to have some ambition and shit.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But sometimes people's ambitions come from just wanting to enjoy life. Like, why do you work so hard? Bruh, 'cause I'm trying to chill.
Well, I think that's where the people come from, the point of contentness.
Yeah, I feel like
The
that would make you
acceptance
happy.
of where they're at.
I
They're
feel
okay. They don't want more.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
this is it.
And I feel like when you help others and shit, like that's what like it leads to, you know?
Mm.
So like right now, all I can do is like try to make people happy and stuff. You know what I mean? But one day you can just like, I don't know, do something. So we carrying on, you know, we grinding.
Hell yeah.
I see you grinding. Everybody's grinding. Everybody should be.
What's the stuff that makes you guys happy?
People,
People?
Mm-hmm.
In
For
which
sure.
way?
company, for sure. And what you were saying, and that stems from a broken like household. You know, filling a spot.
I feel that. What about you?
Honestly, just like being in a relationship, you know,
You are a lover boy.
animals. Yeah, I guess like that's the light skin in me. You know?
I love animals too. That's a good one.
Yeah. Like that really drives me because we live amongst like a bunch of animals and everything. So you just got to kind of like
This
take
is their
time,
world,
like-
bro.
Yeah, it's
We're not
also their
from
world
here.
too. Yeah. Well, it's all our
It's
worlds
Mother
right now,
Nature.
you know. Yeah. But
Yeah.
It is now. You're right.
yeah.
I like
But it was their
animals.
world first, kind of. I feel like
For
they
sure.
came first.
Yeah.
They definitely were here first.
Like we need all
100%.
this shit. They don't, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll use it if we give it to them.
Yeah.
But like,
this
that's
shit
like
will
pure
take back
contentness.
over if we leave, or
Yeah.
even for a moment.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It doesn't take long
absolutely.
for Mother Nature to take a city back over.
right,
Yeah.
bro? You see how
Crazy.
It would
quick
come
like
right back.
grass
Yeah.
overgrows or whatever in a
Take a whole
neighborhood.
street over.
Yeah,
Shit
literally.
crazy.
And then everything's gonna break down because everything's from Earth anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never thought like. Sometimes I like think about it. I'm like, how are things like man-made? Because like technically, isn't everything from here anyway?
From Earth.
Like I know everything is like there's like man-made materials, but even man-made items aren't even like man-made.
gotta be
Yeah,
from
it's all-
something from the
has
Earth.
to
It's
be
all
from the
like
Earth, you know?
matter.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you really can't make nothing. It should be like man tempered with.
Yeah, like man tempered with exactly.
Yeah, because you really can't make nothing. Like I remember someone said, you could try it. They're like, close your eyes. Now imagine a color, and you fucking can't. You can only think of the colors that you fucking have seen. And even if you try to imagine a color, you're just literally changing the hue
You're
of a color
adding
you
two
already
together,
know.
you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But they do say that
You know-
there's like butterflies. Butterflies have more color receptors.
So
than
does
we
shrimp.
do. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
My girl's obsessed with shrimp. She wants to die and be recreated as a shrimp so she can
Really?
see the other colors.
Like a mantis shrimp.
yeah, whatever fucking shrimp see the colors. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
If I
guess
die, I
they all
want to
do.
be reincarnated as a penguin.
She's an artist, so she loves colors.
Fuck yeah.
Trying to see all the shades.
Why penguin?
Yo, they're a
Flightless
beautiful
bird.
creature.
They are.
You know, they have to like really gather together and survive into like the cold. You know what I'm saying? They're like diving, doing some crazy shit.
Yo, so
you know,
my
packing as one because they have to survive.
what's the lady doing when the pox is taking care of the egg?
I don't really know. I didn't really watch that. Like, what was that penguin documentary? I didn't watch all
Happy
of it.
Feet. No, what was
No, it was oh shit.
Wasn't Happy Feet?
that? I think it's Happy Feet.
No,
The cartoon?
No,
It's a penguin
not the,
movie,
no.
right?
There's like a penguin. No,
You said
no.
penguin documentary.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
a documentary.
Educational.
They like
Yeah.
follow penguins or something for
I forgot what it's called, but it's really good. I have to like look at that shit up. Hold on.
looking for the fucking penguin documentary.
One second. We got
It's
technology.
weird though because like the penguins take the same esque as a lion, you know, because a male lion he takes over the herd. He's gonna watch over the baby lions, and then the fucking females are gonna go out and get food for everybody.
Bars.
So like, why was the penguin male take care of the egg?
It's
Yeah.
March of the Penguins.
March of the Penguins.
That's the one. It would have like drove me crazy if I didn't know what that one was.
Yeah.
You think that's how it's supposed to be? Like, dude,
I mean-
stay home with the kids. Tell your shorty go work.
It's been the opposite the whole time.
They're like, that's why the American homes or societies are broken. We're doing it all wrong.
I feel like we are. Like, I don't know. We weren't supposed to have technology, right?
Yeah, but then we couldn't do cool shit like this.
Yeah, that is true. This is dope as hell.
Like, without technology, like, sometimes I think about, like, people are like, oh, I wish I was born there. Fucking why?
Oh, no.
One, laws were weird. Like, I think about the fact of, like, if I was a fucking artist, fucking athlete, whatever, 10 years earlier, like, if I was 25 10 years ago, it would fucking suck. Because, like, if I got, worst case scenario, you get caught with a little bit of weed on you, whatever, you're fine. You're fine. Depending on where you live. But, like, 10 years ago, like, that could have really fucked your life up.
Absolutely.
And it's just like, you know, every rapper was smoking weed. And I feel like, you know how they say that weed makes you paranoid? I think motherfuckers were just like breaking laws. So they were just paranoid.
Yeah.
Because they were like, yo, if like motherfucker run in right now, like we're all going to jail. Like you should be paranoid.
That's true.
But like these days, like, yeah, just
I don't know. We
Don't
make some
drive
paranoid
if you
sometimes.
can't.
So, like, you know.
paranoid of what though?
Shit. Just like, I don't know. It brings up your anxiety, I think. Like, just like as a natural cause. So, like, sometimes that just like brings up like feelings of paranoia. But I know it's not real. So, it doesn't
Isn't
really
it
matter.
crazy how that feeling can just be brought upon?
Yeah. It's just
I
all
could
in your
get paranoid
head.
right now if I
It
fucking
is.
make myself.
But that's what's crazy about it.
If you say paranoid 5 more times, I'm fucking looking around.
What am I worried about?
True. Yeah. Exactly. Like, what?
Paranoia is just, I guess, like fearful of the unknown, of like
100%.
what could happen, blah blah blah. But I don't know, live a decent life.
I feel like anxiety is not fearful of the unknown. I feel like that's a generalization of it. I feel like it's fearful of a very specific thing.
Yeah, I feel when I say unknown,
You know what
I
it
mean
is.
like uncertainty.
of what's going
like,
to happen.
How
But
this
in
will
your
play out.
subconscious, you
Yeah.
know exactly what you think would go wrong to make you feel that way.
Exactly.
And that's the only reason you're feeling
Exactly,
like
because
Yeah.
it's not like you could be like, I know everything will be all right. It's like, I want it to be. I really hope this
that. But it
works
could
out.
not.
Yeah,
The
and
brain's
that's
a
the risk you
powerful
take.
thing. The brain
crazy.
just like can control a lot of things. I mean, obviously it controls everything you do. So like it could just like, I don't know, bring upon a feeling that you don't actually even feel.
100%.
You know?
Isn't it crazy that the brain like named itself? That it was like, yo, I'm gonna call this shit brain.
Yeah, our brain. I don't know what animals call it though. Like
They
I don't think they even know.
I think animals are. I think back in the day, humans were able to communicate without words.
100%.
And I think smarter we got, I think our brains developed in other places and suffered in others. And I think
Right.
communication was the thing that really like moved us forward. But I think before then I think animals communicate like telekinesis type shit, where if we were talking in our heads, we probably wouldn't use English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because like if you're thinking,
It's an energy.
you don't always you don't like think in words, you think in feelings and maybe even visualization or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like a dog will bark at a dog and the other dog will be like, I get it.
Or
Or
they'll
a
just
sensory
both go
input.
straight up to each other and smell each other. And they know.
Right? They're like, let me smell that ass. What if people did that though? What if you like pulled up to people, started smelling their ass? And be
Yeah,
like,
you
I
know
don't know if I
everything
like
about
that
them.
society.
You're
Like
not
that's like
here
the
for
form
it?
of greeting. Yeah, that's the form of respect you have to go.
Right,
go to
yo,
a
what's
fucking
up?
business meeting.
That's great. And then some people are like weird, like some dogs. No, don't smell mine. Let me smell yours.
I want to go first.
That's funny. People just started peeing on things. Yeah, it's good that we're not like animals. Yeah, because some animals just try to kill each other.
Well, we are animals.
I
We're just
think-
like It's good that we're like not like. It's good that we're an advanced animal. Sometimes I think about that. Like I could have been anything, but like I'm human.
I don't
Facts.
think we lost the power of the knowledge or power of being able to speak to each other without words. I think that was more so the dark era is or how I would call it. That's when I think something came upon the earth enough to wipe enough people out to where history can be erased.
Mm.
And there's only a few people left, and then that's where it recreates.
Like how they build these
There's
pyramids.
not enough to rebuild society from where it was, you know. So it's essentially like you're being picked up from piece 9 of 10, and you're putting back at 2. You
Mhm.
got to restart and find those
Shit,
pieces
maybe even
again.
piece fucking 99 of 100 and
You're
put
right.
back at 2. The pyramids, bro. Those are the things that like I never fully get. 'Cause
We
they're
did not
like,
fucking build those, bro. Come on. let's be real.
some of the rocks that are used,
don't
like the
think so?
materials. Some of the
No.
materials that were used were found like thousands of miles away, where they didn't have the ability to move them like that, nor to make them that perfect.
the cut that, like, so say they got this block here and then this block here. The cut is so small you can't even fit a hair in between it. It's so fucking perfect. We can't even do it today, bro.
But what if they
It's
had
absurd.
like giants back then? Like what if they had like just like supernatural?
But those
It's very
giants would be
possible.
so big, bro. Think about the
Yeah.
size of the fucking pyramids,
Like, what if
and
it
how
was
they
just
align
different?
with the stars like perfectly.
Like you gotta
That's
realize
what's crazy.
just how like athletic you had to be like a survivor in the past. You know what I'm saying? So the Egyptians were
Just to
probably like
live.
top of their game. You know, they were really top of their game, especially in Africa. Like it's near the equator. It's hot. They're really on top of their game. At
So
that
you
point.
think you think those motherfuckers built the pyramids? I think they might have. I think we might have.
Maybe,
but
I
I,
don't
think
know.
that we were different kinds of humans.
I just
I
don't know
don't
what
think
happened in the past.
What we know as humans is what created the pyramids.
Ooh, what if they were created in the future?
but what
It's
if like
possible.
we
You
get
know,
wiped out?
there's-
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like they find like what the hell we're doing right now. Like I feel like that would be insane too.
Well, I
you
guess
know?
if they didn't find our tools too. Like, because we don't know the kind of tools they had. We know that they had makeshift tools. But if we get wiped out and they're like, whoa, but they're like, oh, wait, this is a screw. This is a screwdriver. You just, they had these trucks. Like, we can make sense of everything that's happening right now.
Oh yeah, but
Where-
imagine if like all like everything was lost to time, whatever.
Right.
Every species comes out, they find your MacBook. They'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
True,
they
they
see a
would.
video.
They would be
They
like,
see
"What
a
the actual
video
fuck is that?"
recording on it.
Yeah. They're like, how is this mirror?
Yeah,
Bro, I'm
how is this
watching-
even possible?
They
like,
would
what
think
the
it's
hell?
evil.
I'm
They would
watching this
definitely think it's
show right
evil.
now on Apple TV. It's called Silo. So like it's this giant fucking circle thing that's underground. Okay, they have this whole society. They make these people live underground because they make them think that the oxygen on the top of the air is like deadly or whatever. So then every now and then someone wants to know like what's outside, so they send them outside to go clean. Nobody goes outside unless you say I want to go outside. And then so eventually someone finally escapes, gets out of there, and then they like see a overview of like what actually it is, and there's just silo after silo after silo after silo, and they thought their society was it, and it's just everywhere.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That'd
It
be
makes
freaky.
you like really think about what the fuck we are here.
Yeah.
You know?
It really, yeah. Because, like, the universe is massive, so, like, you don't even know what's out there.
Yeah, it's hard to trust them too because it's like you could tell me anything. I can't check for myself. Like if you're like, "Yo, there's a bunch of fucking birds outside," I could take your word for it, but I could also be like, "Oh shit, let me go check."
Yes.
But when they're like, "Yo, so these are the like planets in our solar system and blah blah blah," it's like I don't know that. And ever since they faked the fucking moon landing, we can't know for sure.
I don't know if they faked the moon landing. I don't know.
What?
Yeah,
Did you not
I
see
don't
the
know about
videos,
that.
I've
bro?
been to the place where they
No.
said they faked it at, and it doesn't look anywhere like it.
I mean, all
It's
right.
in Arizona.
I
It's
don't
right
believe
next to
it.
the Grand Canyon.
Have you seen?
Because it's believable. Like I can
It is.
see the moon. You know what I'm saying? That's
The
why we
only
haven't
thing-
had like
So
Mars
okay, how come
landings.
no one's gone back?
Because it's expensive as hell. It's mad expensive.
And then we had all the bread back then, and now no one's like going back. They're just like, fuck
Well, I
it.
feel like Elon could be doing it, but like he's like, nah, I'm going to Mars. Fuck that. Fuck the moon. I'm going to Mars.
Has he gone to Mars?
No,
Nobody has.
Nobody
I'm trying-
has.
I
But
hope-
we
let
have
me
a
see
rover
some.
on
We
Mars.
send it right
I'll
to rover.
believe.
Allegedly.
I'll believe Elon. I'll believe Elon because he just seems
Pretty
like
relatable.
he seems like a dude who just got really like rich.
He seems like the dude
And
from
he's
Mars.
like genius. He's a genius.
way before we
man.
got wiped out.
yeah, yeah. I think Elon Musk has like Asperger's.
For sure.
Maybe that's why he's genius. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I think all those high level people are on the spectrum of some sort.
A little bit.
For sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah,
an
it's a
extent.
spectrum. Like everyone's
Right.
on the
Yeah.
spectrum.
How
Because you
far?
have to be.
Yeah, like that's just how it works. Like you
Yeah.
can't not be. Like nah, I'm
Even if you're perfectly neutral, okay, you're the baseline.
right? Or you're like far this way and that way. Like you're still opposite sides of the same spectrum
Yep.
with everything.
And that's life.
Yep,
Ain't that beautiful?
that is beautiful.
Man. I just can't believe like we did all this shit. We're building all this and like I feel like we're still traversing through society like wrong. You know what I mean?
What do you
We're
think we're
doing-
doing wrong?
I don't know. Like
just-
how do you
it
do I
doesn't
don't even
feel
know how to
right.
do it
I don't
right.
think we're treating people equally. And I mean,
Mm.
and not even just that. It's just our whole fucking how people treat other people is just fucked.
I think a lot of that is because people don't know how to treat themselves the right way. It's kind of like how you can't love someone if you don't love yourself. I feel like a lot of people in today's society don't love themselves. And I mean, like, bro, even like think about this podcast, like the people who come here who are like being loving, you know that they found like the love for themselves. And you know, we were talking to someone earlier on the podcast who just basically talked about like he just didn't love himself and was just a fucking bad person to an extent, just like a negative force. And there's so many of those out there, and it's just because like they're having a hard time within. So like externally they're just doing other shit. But I mean, in what society do you not see that? Because even if we look at animals, bro, like they go through the same shit.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's just crazy because I feel like we thought information would like change everything, but now we have so much information in our hands that like shit's getting worse. Still, like, you know, like people hate themselves more, and like you're not able to love yourself as much, and therefore you're not able to love others as much. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it was like, was it like the same or different back in the day? Will it be like the same or different in the future? Like we'll never know.
The only thing I could assume is if it was better, it's because their communities were smaller.
Yeah.
Because of like one, traveling was harder, resources, blah blah blah. Like if someone lived 20 minutes away from you might never meet them.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like maybe within certain communities that could have been good, or maybe it was bad because it was more competitive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know. Exactly. You don't know if it was better or worse, like how they were feeling, because I wasn't there. So like I can't really judge the feeling of them.
Yeah.
But now I just feel like everybody, like, you know, I don't know, it's harder to find a path and stuff, especially from like last generations and everything, and therefore it's like harder to like love yourself, and it's harder to like, you know, gain motivation to do the shit that you want, even though like life isn't even about what you want, I feel like. So
What do you think life is about?
doing stuff for other people, maybe. I actually don't know what life is about. You know, I'm still human. If I knew, I wish I knew, but you know, if I knew or somebody knew, we would all know, you know. But
I feel like it's what
nobody
you make
knows.
it. You know, I feel like it's like I look at it like a fucking game where they're like it's just creative mode.
Yeah.
And they're just like it's just about playing the game, and as long as I guess you're happy,
Yeah.
you know, I guess that could be like what life's about. I would say that
I
life's
feel
not
like
about
being
happiness.
fulfillment.
That's what I was gonna say,
It's definitely
too,
about
though.
being fulfilled, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a better word than
Like,
happy.
Yeah, if you're able to like help others or like do good things or be productive in society, you'll definitely be more fulfilled, you know, than not.
Depends, because some people's fulfillment would be like having children, and some people can't.
Definitely.
So like, it's life's weird, bro.
But it's just like those instances in life that make you want those typically occur from things that you've lacked through your life.
True.
So like we're looking at it in the reversed order, in a reactive sense instead of a proactive sense. We're not thinking of how to prevent these problems. We're thinking in an action of how do we stop these problems.
Yeah, because we can't, like, we gotta like tackle it from the source. But like every time we're just like, I don't know, shoving medication down people's throats or something like that.
Yeah.
When it's really like, you know, starting with, of course, like families and everything.
I
like
think families
you
is
know,
huge. It's one of
like,
the biggest things.
Yeah, even if like couples go as little as staying together while they have a kid, you know, or like being married like before they have kids or something like that. Like I feel like that's kind of important.
Yeah.
But we're not like really pushing that, you
And
know.
I think the reason that the families is the big thing is because that's where people feel the first time the lack of love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like, you know, I feel like if you're like two people, of course, if it's not like a toxic relationship, you have to like hide things from kids, even if it is. But like, I feel like you have to kind of like lead by example for a kid. And so like, you can tell kids anything you want, but if you're not like, you know, in a happy relationship, like, you know, in front of the kid's eyes, and you don't provide for the kid and stuff like that, like they won't really, you know, they'll kind of grow up having the wrong idea about life.
Or they'll think that's what that looks like, you know? And they think a healthy relationship should look like that. When
Exactly.
in reality, that's a toxic relationship, you know?
Well, maybe, but you kind of have to hide these kids, like, because, like, you know, kids are very malleable, I feel like, and you
100%.
really have to like teach kids like different things, and like, so you like hide it from the kid, and the kid finally grows up and like realizes or something like that, because the kid can't stop a toxic marriage. So like, you know, so you have to like kind of hide it from the kid, and once they're an adult and like realize what's going on, if it hasn't stopped already, you know, then that's when, you know, that's when the kid should have like an opinion on what's gonna like happen with their parents, you know. So
Yeah, like how it's affecting them personally.
yeah, because you don't want to like fuck them up in their developmental years, you know, because that's really important to a child's growth, and like not having these problems in the future.
Yeah, I don't know, because we kind of talked about that, how, like, some parents will wait. Like, if they're like, we're going to call it a quits, they'll wait till their kid's, like, old enough.
An adult or...
And then I feel like sometimes that's good, and sometimes that... I've seen it affect people negatively in their adult life.
Yeah.
Because they had a very negative outlook on relationships, and they felt like they were being lied to. They thought their parents were happy for X amount of time, and then it kind of, like... It affected the overall trust.
Okay, I can see how it can go that way too, but you know, still, I feel like an adult can realize that rather than a kid. When a kid does that, they can't comprehend what's going on, so like they don't realize it, you know.
Yeah.
So as an adult, if they gain distrust from their family, they can cut ties, you know, because they have the ability to move away. They have the ability to make money and shit like that. So you can take that, and you can get some therapy. You can pay for some therapy to get that solved, because like I feel like that's also not what we're doing a lot. We're not really pushing people, especially like men, like on therapy. So like I feel like that's big time, especially if you have like a lot going on.
Have you ever
Even
tried
if you don't.
therapy?
I've actually done it as a kid, but I haven't done it since, and I'm really trying to. So I really feel like I should go because like why not? You know?
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be a cool thing to do.
I've done it. I feel like I've done it on an as needed basis, which like I feel like isn't the best approach. Like, I feel like I've done it when I felt, like, super overwhelmed. But it was weird because I was, like, now I'm trying to, like, start this relationship with someone when I'm in the middle of some shit. And it's kind of like you're testing people out. You're like, is this me and this person? Do we blend well? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, still, like, even, like, recognizing that you want to, like, take care of your issues, like, in your head. Because everybody has something going on. Like, you know, everybody. So, yeah, like, that's still, like, a bigger step than, like, not even trying to acknowledge it at all, you know? Because some people just, like, go through life not acknowledging that, like, okay, everything's fine, but really it's not. And you're like, and then you start, like, abusing or, like, you know what I mean? You start, like, doing bad things that's just, like, against most people's morals.
Yeah, I feel that. You ever try therapy?
I never have, no. I definitely could probably benefit from it, though.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a cool thing to do.
It's expensive.
That's why I haven't done it, because I just haven't looked into it, because I know it's going to be like pricey, and I'm just trying to save up for the cool things I want.
I should, though.
100 to 150 per session, or if you're going out of pocket, sometimes like 300 a week, bro. Like, shit's crazy.
Is it you talking like in person, like sitting down with somebody, or is it even like the online stuff?
From what I know about BetterHelp, I'm not trying to like discourage or encourage anything. I think BetterHelp's a great platform, but there's like weekly payments, and it's a couple $100 per week. But you have like 24-hour access to therapy. Like, you can text them at any time, schedule appointments and whatnot. So it's I think it's good for people who, like, for example, sometimes you do therapy, but then you got to do it like once every 2 weeks. And then it becomes hard because you might have a hard day, and then by the time you go see your therapist, like, that was fucking 10 days ago. So, like, it's not really, you're not talking to them about it. So, like, in person, it's from my history of knowing shit, like, if you're paying out of pocket, like, I would say, like, super low end would be, like, fucking $75 to $100 an hour, and then higher end would be, like, $250.
Okay. Yeah, I need to look into it because my job actually offers some type of one of those programs for free.
The online ones, yeah, you should definitely do those, bro.
And I even thought about, like, if they give it to me for free, what's the difference of me giving a few people of my access? You know, it's my login. But then it's like, dude, this therapist, is it singular?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, you'll like go pick a therapist, and like they'll be your like person and whatnot, and yeah, you'll like develop a relationship. That's kind of why I was saying the like doing it on a as needed basis isn't as helpful, because you're not building a relationship. You're just like going there like, hey, it's like the difference of like, it's way more comfortable if you like grew up with a doctor, if you got like a fucking rash, like, yo, bro,
it's
what's
reactive,
up with this?
Not proactive.
Yeah. Exactly.
You definitely have to build up a relationship with your therapist, because I feel like that like kind of connection really brings you to like realize what's like the root of your problems. And like you know, and they'll know exactly what's I
don't know. The reason why I never really went towards therapy is like I'm very analytical myself, and I'm pretty sure I know what my issues are. You know, they're pretty obvious. You know, in my sense, because of what happened throughout my life. I think most of my issues come from a lack of a father in my life. You know, me trying to come up with the man that I need to be in that sense, you know?
Right.
And a lot of that, and what I think is figuring out what that is, you know? That's what the struggle is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not having a father.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, we have to like kind of like hide things from kids, but like people really need to like be serious and like, you know, have children when they like, you know, you can take like care of them and be there for them, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. But so it doesn't like, you know, have that in the back of their mind, you know? So like even if it wasn't like the best father, at least he was there, you know, type shit. So
yeah, and that's what's hard, because sometimes it's like, obviously, like, you never know, maybe if they're not there, that could be a better fucking alternative, depending on the reality they would have cultivated for you.
That's what I think's what's toughest about mine, is because it's 100% that way. My mom left my father because he was a drug addict, you know?
Right, exactly.
I commend her 100%. But do I wish I had a father? Of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But, like, that could have been bad had it
100%, bro. I have a stepfather who's better than he could have ever been.
Hell yeah,
for sure.
And that's why, I mean, I feel like, you know, drugs and everything have gotten even crazier in the past, like, you know, in the past 20 years. Like, so many people are going crazy on fentanyl. People are taking all these crazy things. Like, you know, I just don't understand what, you know, what the point of it all is. But it's a sad reality I feel like we live in, because, you know, it takes a lot of people. You know, and it kind of like captures a lot of people, and
that's people suppressing those emotions, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where the drugs come to play.
Yeah,
100%.
Drugs, women, fucking some people like adrenaline, like just things. They're, you know, so much of life is like filling voids, filling holes, trying to feel complete in a sense, whatever that may mean to you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot, and you know. I mean, I even fill voids in life, so I can't imagine, like, some people, if they're really going through it, like, you know, what it could possibly be like.
Yeah.
You know, because I hear a lot of people, like, you know, they went homeless and they were just so cold, they had to, like, use drugs and stuff, and that's just a cold, hard world.
Bro, I remember one time I was in New Jersey, and this woman, it was one of those times, it was, I don't remember the name of the fucking storm, but it was, like, one of those ones up north where the snow was really bad. And it was like on news, whatever. But I was just in Jersey at the time. We were at this place. This woman came in and was like, "Can I get some money? I'm gonna buy some crack." And I'm sitting here like, "What the fuck?" Real honest about this shit. But she was like, "It's real cold out tonight. I don't think I'm gonna make it without it." And I was just like, that like was one of the moments where like it put in perspective like what life really was. Like Shorty was really like, I need this crack, because if not, I'm gonna freeze to death.
Yeah,
and then like literally the next day, on the news, it was talking about how like 4 people had died. Like, well, it was more than 4, but in that specific like town, from like trying to like sleep under cars to stay warm and then getting suffocated.
To death, but they were so high they couldn't feel it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro.
It's
like
insane.
Man, could have bought a jacket, but really good sleeping bag, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's like ways, but sometimes you just are too far. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're just like too far deep.
Man, that's one of the saddest things, especially like we grew up with a lot of people. When we were younger, bro, I feel like we were like experimenting with drugs and shit, but that was it. We were just experimenting.
Yeah.
And then I feel like there was a time where like as we got older, luckily for me, I moved around, so I wasn't like present all the time. Yeah. But there were moments where I realized like the experimentation became more than experimentation. It
became a bad thing.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, well, I don't understand why people like really took like coke or nothing like that, like trying to like snort coke and shit, because like, you know, that shit's addicting and expensive, and it makes you like form a habit and shit. Like, why would you even want to even like try shit like that?
Environments, like, usually though,
you never know what your brain's gonna do and like correlate. Okay, maybe I need something harder. Okay, I'm gonna do like meth or some shit like that, you know. Especially
these days, you don't know if there's fentanyl in it.
Yeah, and then you just exactly. You're dead. And it's like never even like pure coke. Like you never get pure coke. I don't think there's like that even exists. So,
only in Colombia.
Yeah, you gotta go straight to the source.
Yeah, you gotta go like straight to Colombia, get a cacao plant or some shit. Like
straight up.
Yeah. And what's crazy is I feel like growing up, bro, I wasn't testing anything.
Nothing.
I was just trusting my guy. Whoever I don't even know who the fuck his guy was, but my guy, I trust him, you know.
Yeah.
Silly shit, man. You ever try that? You ever try the booger sugar?
Never.
Really?
Never, yeah, I never tried it.
I feel like you work in restaurants and you be at the club. I figured you would.
Yeah, see, I just don't like see why you would. And I have like, I guess I have ADHD, you know.
So you're like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I feel, but, you know, I'm like, that'll just make me like cracked out. I'll be crazy.
One step away.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, even, bro, there was even a time where I don't want to say like I was addicted to Adderall, but like I was prescribed it, I was taking it a lot, and I felt like I couldn't function well without it.
That's what I felt like too.
The days you would not have it, you'd be like, fuck, I need that shit.
Bro, days I would not have my Adderall, I would just do dumb shit. Like, all right, it would help me focus, right? Because I'm really bad at like focusing. Like, every time I go somewhere, I forget something. Like, that's just how my mind is.
Absolutely.
But like, so when I was on Adderall, it would help with that. But then like, there would be days where I remember one day specifically, I didn't take my fucking Adderall. and then I left my house to go get food, and then like I got so distracted by the time I left my house that like I like fucking drove around or went back home, went back inside, and was like, fuck, I'm still hungry. And like it was just like I would just like literally like, I was like fucking felt like a fucking doofus on the days I couldn't take it, and then like I just kind of had to like stop. It also started affecting my body in other ways.
Yeah,
I feel like my overall like
me
diet,
too. I feel like my
shit.
like it's just like dehydrates you and everything.
Fuck
because
yeah.
like I've been
the
I've
cotton
been,
mouth on the Addies. be
Oh
crazy.
my god.
They've been saying I
hey,
had
but that's
ADHD.
weed's best friend, bro. Those
Yeah,
two together
I mean,
was the mix.
That is true. But yeah, they were saying like I had ADHD like since I was a kid. They were saying, and I had like a brain retrain. Like they did like a little fucking thing where it just kind of like makes my like I don't know. It just retains attention. It's just like a little thing that you have to go through like every couple weeks, and it's supposed to like help you like
what do they
regain
do?
attention. I don't think it did much
Like,
because I had ADHD like throughout.
I know, but like, were they
life,
sitting you
said,
down
and
and doing like tests, or were they like
it
giving
was like
you
on
shit?
the computer, and there was like a headband and everything. So like there was like they were like tracking everything too. It was pretty
Interesting.
crazy actually.
Damn.
I remember that. That was wild. I don't even know what was going on because I know I was a little kid.
That's funny.
I'm just like, damn, they're really trying. But they were feeding me like all types of fucking medication for it. And I feel like that's just like wrong to do as a kid.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like that's not really what like you should be doing to kids.
Especially because kids can't like fucking articulate themselves well enough to be like, this is how this
I
medicine
feel
makes
like
me
this.
feel.
It's kind of wild.
You know, and then they're like, how do you feel? They're like, I feel tired. Oh, that's a common side effect. Bro, I remember one time I had this medication, right? And I guess I was a little older. I was in like high school at this time. And you know, you go to the doctors and you try to be very honest and like, well, I would try because I thought that's what the fucking point was. But I went there, he gave me this medicine, and I was like, hey, this stuff doesn't like really help me that much, blah, blah, blah. He was like, because you smoke weed, you got to wait like 3 weeks. And I was just like, and you can't smoke anymore starting today. And I was just like, whoa.
Well, that's not what I want to do.
I told you I'd be smoking. So why you and I would call him, and it was weird, bro. Like I would call this doctor and he'd be dubbing my shit. I actually had to have my mom call, and like she like caught him type shit. Like he didn't know who was calling, and then she relayed the message to me, and
What?
I remember just being pissed off. Just because, like, at that time, I really feel like I, like, needed help. Like, I was struggling in school, not because, like, I couldn't comprehend the work.
Right.
But, like, I just couldn't focus. Like,
Yeah.
I literally, like, I'm the type, when I'm by myself, bro, I listen to a song, like, 5 times because I keep forgetting to, like, listen or whatever.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
I even remember as a kid, I was like watching like cartoons and everything. Like I'm just like watching a show, like la da da, and then it cuts to commercials like that time, and I was getting so pissed because like 5 seconds later, I would forget what I was watching,
Yeah.
and I would like try to remember it so hard, but like because I didn't focus on the last bit of it, I just completely forgot what I was watching because I just like my mind was just like somewhere else,
Yeah.
completely somewhere else. And it happened multiple times, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was so pissed.
Did your parents have you in, like, extracurricular activities?
Oh yeah, I mean I always wanted to play like sports and everything
But
as a
like,
kid.
were you like, all right? For me personally, I feel like if my parents like kept like, cause what I like when you have ADHD, a lot of times like people with ADHD like smoking because it's like it stimulates their mind and
Yeah.
it makes other things easier to deal with. And like for example, I found training really helps me with ADHD. When I do things that make me exhausted,
Honestly,
it doesn't
yeah.
just exhaust my body; it exhausts my mind a little bit, which makes the rest of the day or the following day a little easier to deal with because like it kind of depletes my energy because sometimes I have a little too much.
Right.
But I feel like growing up, had I had been forced, but had I been guided to do more sports that like. I did sports when I wanted to,
Yeah.
but if that was the remedy people were looking for, like sports or maybe like fucking I don't know, maybe just talking. I think what it was, like my parents, like they talked to me as if I was a child, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they kind of like expected me to do what kids do, or they kind of like left me to my like childlike vices or whatever, whether that be toys or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I needed more structure. Maybe more structure would have helped that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you had a lot of structure in that sense, or do you feel like you were kind of more so like I was a kid who was able to do what the fuck I wanted, like I was playing, doing my thing?
Oh well, my parents definitely wanted me to like play like. Well, I just honestly wanted to play a shit ton of sports, and they would just like kind of accept. accept it, but like there's some things that they didn't want me to do. Like I was like really into like scootering and skating and doing like all these extreme sports, and they were like, well, you're gonna get hurt, but like, I don't know.
But see, that's different too, because that's like
through.
what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
like,
would let me do what I wanted to do, but I feel like they were just happy. Like, growing up till like, I mean, even through like high school, I wanted to play like basketball. Like I always wanted to play basketball.
I mean, even before that, like when you're like 7. I mean, like, because this stuff starts when you're like 5 to like they say the first 5 years are the most like impactful to your like development. But I mean, like when you're like 4 to 8 years old.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they were definitely putting me into like soccer and everything like that.
Oh,
yeah, just to like kind of like push me to be like active. I feel like that's important to a kid, definitely. Like you definitely want your kid to like just be active because they just got hella energy.
Yeah, 100%.
So. Yeah, they were just like pushing me to like a bunch of sports, but
I think sports is
I guess
like
that's
where
why.
kids first learn how to like learn in a group setting,
Yeah,
how to
definitely.
do stuff as a team type shit.
Yeah.
Like at a household, your parents are just drilling shit into you, like what they want from you, how they want you to be. But then you finally go out and to play a sport or something of that sense, you get to be your kid with other kids.
Yeah,
sense,
definitely, and get to know community and get to know like how to what it takes to win. Like you really need to like cooperate with like other kids and stuff.
You learn a lot of principles through sports.
But honestly, what you were saying like about like fighting and like training and everything, like how it kind of like helps you with ADHD and helps you kind of like focus and drain your energy, like that's got to be true, because that's kind of how I've been like draining my energy recently, just doing like calisthenic workouts and everything, and just like doing hella jump ropes. Like I've been jump roping like crazy now, just to like, because I realized I couldn't dunk anymore, and I was like, damn, I gotta start training.
You can't dunk anymore?
No.
The fuck you this tall for? And can't
That's
dunk
what I'm
anymore.
saying. I was pissed. So I was like, damn, I gotta start hitting my legs. I gotta start like getting my like fucking cardio in, cardiovascular energy. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been running like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I just realized just like kind of like keeping up with yourself, that's important. And I guess that kind of like leads to happiness too, fulfillment in your life.
Yeah.
So, just trying to hit the gym. I took creatine for the first time today.
Hey.
So I'm actually about to just like go to the gym after this and start killing it.
Hell yeah, start getting it.
Because like calisthenics, you can only go so far. You can build some strength.
Do you follow Chris Heria?
No.
Bro, Chris Heria, you got to get on that YouTube channel. He's a calisthenics guy he does a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But mainly calisthenics. And
he started
That's what I'm saying.
calisthenics.
I feel like
he brings it to the next level, right? Because like you could be like, all right, calisthenics are this and that, and you could be like, I could do so many push-ups, blah blah blah. But then there's the next level of calisthenics where it's like, how many handstand push-ups are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. I really want to like learn how to do a handstand. Like that's actually like the goal. Like
we were trying
to do a handstand so I could do a handstand push-up.
Remember the vlog that we had? 6 seconds was the longest.
Yeah. But now I'm doing it like in a different way, like how you're like kind of supposed to like do it and set it up. So
are you doing it like off of a wall?
No, like I probably should actually start off a wall, but I'm trying to like lift trying to get like strong enough so I could like lift myself up just for a handstand.
So like go into the handstand,
go
like
into
control
the handstand.
yourself,
like,
not just balance, like lift yourself into it.
The strength. And I feel like you kind of need to do some strength training with calisthenics for that,
Oh
yeah. You can't just like.
There's no better way to hold your body and move it than moving it,
Yeah.
It's
you fuck with yoga?
Yoga?
I should try it. I mean, it sounds like relaxing.
Well, just for like, I mean, I know you saying you're getting into working out and shit like that. I feel like I started getting injured when I started working out again, because like I was like, oh, I'm athletic, and then I would start doing athletic shit that like I'm supposed to be able to do.
Yeah.
But then like my joints would do weird shit,
Right.
Like, or just like getting older, like cramping up and shit. So like I started stretching more, but like I like yoga because like it's just like you get in some like deep stretches. You got to work on your like breathing and like and whatnot. And bro, my hips from like last year, bro, it's crazy. 2 years ago, my hips were so tight.
I saw your like transformation video from like 2 years ago to now of your like boxing.
The shadow boxing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, you got them hands right now. You fast.
Thank you, brother.
You're fast right now.
Thanks.
That's crazy,
Hard work.
Oh yeah,
What's crazy is like sometimes I don't even realize how like much I be doing this shit till I like look at stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like to me, I'm like, I look the same because like I see it every day, so I don't notice the little, like I don't notice when I'm getting 1% better.
Yeah,
Until
absolutely.
like I'm doing things, and I feel like I'm always like, it's weird, bro. I feel like the better I get, I don't want to say the less confident I get in my abilities at times, but I feel like the better I get, the harder I challenge myself.
Right.
So it's like once I'm here, my expectation is here now. So
Yeah.
once I get there, my expectation's here now, and it's like especially like because I want to go pro. And then it's like as good as I feel as a fighter, sometimes when I'm going against a pro guy and I'm like, holy fuck, there's so many levels to this shit. It's so humbling, but also like
You want to get there.
yeah, and then even like as you start to catch someone, you don't always realize it until you're just like, hey, I'm hanging a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, bro, it's definitely a fun journey. I want to get you guys to start training with me more. I really, that's why, like, this place, I want to also turn it into, like, I want to expand and be able to get, like, a training facility.
Yeah,
and,
that'd
like,
be sick.
I'm not trying to open a gym for the public. I want, like, a private place for, like, me and the homies
Can
to, like,
train up.
do our own shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, honestly, when I was living in the apartments, that's exactly what somebody did outside, like one of those rented garages that they did.
Yeah.
Like they were just like having a whole training facility. They would be out there every day
yeah.
training.
Yeah, one of my boys, he was on the podcast recently, Justin Chapman. Shout out to you, Justin. His garage is smaller than this, but like just fully Muay Thai'd out.
Oh,
He got like
damn.
pads on the ground. I mean, mats on the ground. He got his heavy bag. Like, but the only downfall is like 2 people is max in that place. Like it gets really like tight.
Yeah.
So I definitely need at least room for I want to say 5.
Right. Yeah.
5 people, which even.
A garage.
Garage, I feel like that could work because you could have 2 people sparring, a person on a heavy bag, a person fucking riding a bike, and I don't know. We got 2 bags, 2 people on a bag. Or something.
Yeah.
I want to start doing like circuits and shit. Like even people who aren't even like competing always. Like if I'm getting ready.
Workout, bro.
Yeah,
Nothing like combat workout.
Exactly.
Nothing
And
like
I feel
it.
like it just like kind of helps because you never know what crazy motherfucker is
Literally.
gonna like run up to you.
You never know.
Some dude like thought I was like some dude he met like or he knew from jail, and I'm like, yo, I've never been to jail.
Hey yo,
So you never know.
you got out.
He was like, I know you, and I was like, I don't think I do, but who are you? And then
This was the one you went out the other night.
Yes.
See, man, that's one of the
Yesterday,
things
this
I
actually
don't-
happened yesterday. I was like, well, damn. I guess you might,
See, that's one of the things I
Sound
don't like
like you had
about
beef.
going out. Motherfuckers just like, that's one thing I like. Maybe it's because like most of my life, like anytime I'm around people, is because I chose to be. So like going out, like I'm not really a fan of like I don't know who's gonna be here. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't know you. I like when it's like I know the people around.
I'd much rather chill. But I mean, when
Yeah.
the homies are going out, I'm just like, all right, like I'll tag along, especially if I haven't seen them, I'll be like, sure.
So, all right, if you go out with the boys and you guys just be trying to bro out, why go out? Why not just, like, go to like you said, a bar or just, like, kick it at someone's house, buy
Honestly?
a bottle, and save a shit ton of money?
Yeah, well, I don't really drink that much. Like I drink like I said, like I don't like getting like
What
plastic.
you mean, bro? I've seen you drink.
Yeah, I mean my old self. We're leveled up. We're
Okay,
old
you don't
now,
drink like that these days?
Not really. Like I'm usually just like with my glass of wine.
Okay, I was about to say, I used to see you with the bottle of Hennessy.
But that bottle of Henny, they were like that was lit. That's how you know you're growing up. You don't do like the bottle of Henny anymore.
Yeah, you got a glass of wine. Nah, I respect it, bro. It's gotta happen at some time.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I feel like I recently had a birthday, recently turned 25, and I feel like, I don't know, bro, like a switch flipped. Not even on my birthday, but like leading up to it, where I was just like, bro, now it's like, I just gotta start doing everything that I'm like trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
we kind of get into the age where like, it's not cute to be a dreamer no more. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. Oh,
you
definitely
gotta,
not.
You gotta kind of have shit going. Like, I'm trying to have babies in the next few years, and like, I'm not trying to stop this shit that's happening, the momentum that's starting. So it's like, either I gotta fucking take it all the way or stop, and stopping's not the option.
Yeah, definitely not. And keep on grinding. You're making some dope shit. So
You still skating, bro?
yo, I honestly now that I've been working 9 to 5, no, which is crazy. I'm also trying to like do like some 9 to 5 work and building a resume type deals. That's
Yeah.
why you can't really slow down. But I want to build up a pretty cool resume. I found a pretty cool job, so working at Dare, trying to get there. Yeah.
Thought you were working with a Dare program.
Yeah, working Dare. Don't do drugs, kids.
I see a lot of people who work with Dare, so I was like, oh shit, that's cool.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
You know somebody that works from Dare?
Not personally, but like I be like out places and they be having their like little stands and shit.
Oh,
and
okay,
like
okay.
motherfuckers be like, it's for the Dare
Are those
program.
volunteers?
Maybe. I assumed they were making money because they're adults, and I'm like, I know what it's like to be an adult. Like, I know you got to eat today, so like,
Hey, bro, you'd be surprised. Some of these organizations, they be making bread.
Facts. That's why I think they pay people. Because like, when I worked with a nonprofit, when I was younger, when like back in the day, bro, when you're like fucking 10 years ago, minimum wage is like $7.25.
Yeah.
So like when I was younger, I was getting shit jobs because not shit jobs. That's just kind of like what it was, $7.25, $8, blah blah blah. But then I worked for a nonprofit, and that was the first time like someone talked to me about getting a livable wage. And this is still probably like 8 years ago, but they were paying $17. And like 8 years ago, I don't know how fucking old I'd be. Fucking 25, 15, 17 years old, 18 an hour. It's not too bad. And I was working for a nonprofit. Like I was just fucking mentoring kids. It wasn't a great mentor, so I stopped working there. Like kids would be like telling me what they did. God, I brought a knife to school because these kids tried to jump me, and I'd be like, makes sense.
Well, honestly.
And I'm like, yo, I can't lie to this kid. Like, I don't know what to do here. But
you should probably bring that knife to school, yo.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, man, they could kill you. Like, like being logical.
How many of them were there?
Right? And like, your school's mad at you?
Yeah, I bring that knife.
Yeah.
Here, take this one.
But nah, these days I do find it like important to like, even with some of my content, bro, I feel like the older I get, I try to be a little mature about how I go about it, just because I feel like there's kids watching. I used to be like, fuck them kids, but now I'm like, these kids will be adults and they'll start running shit. So like thinking fuck them kids is just literally saying fuck the kids after them, because they're not going to be good leaders to those people.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a better leader, know.
I mean, they're the future, you know what I mean? They're the ones who's going to build after us, so.
Exactly. When we're old,
examples.
They're going to be the ones who are like, because there's this thing biblically, it says like twice a child, once an adult. Yeah. And essentially what that means is when you get old, you go back to being childlike, where people need to take care of you. You can't do things for yourself, just like when you were younger.
Right.
It's like you go up and then you go back to like where you started until it's like where you don't exist, both ways. And so I think about like while you're at this peak area, it's about taking care of both sides of the spectrum, like looking out for the young children and whatnot, but also looking out for like the elderly and whatnot. Because bro, recently I was on Walmart getting some shit to do a car detail. And then in this aisle, this lady was there for a while looking for some shit, and she said, man, if my dad was, she was older, she was like, if my dad was still around, he would tell me exactly what to get. I've been here for 15 minutes just looking around, and I literally don't know what to do. And I was like, damn. So like I was like, I sat there, helped her get the right shirt for her car, blah blah blah, told her about like detail, and she's like, oh my god, I need, and I would love that, I need help, blah blah. And then she was like, how much, please? And I told her the price, and she was like, I'll take your number, in one of those situations. But then, like, it was like I was sitting with it for like a couple of days, and I ended up just calling her, and I was like, hey, if you need help detailing your car, like, I'll help you. Like, you don't have to pay me. Like, I will just do it with you. And she started crying and shit like that. But like, I don't know, I felt inclined to do it just because it was so weird to me to sit there and see like an older mom-like figure struggling because she didn't have her dad around. Yeah. And I was like, damn, that shit was like, it really put it in perspective to me. Like, damn, when I'm her age, like, I might not have my parents around. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, when you're younger, you got your parents to help you. And then as you start getting older, your parents aren't there, and it's like, who's gonna help you? Especially if you don't have kids. Yeah.
I feel like that's what like life is about, really. Like, just like having kids, and then the whole circle. The parents take care of the kids take care of the parents when they grow older, and then like life moves on. You gotta like protect like your elders.
Yeah.
Once you
Audio
were
only
growing
for
up.
you OGs.
Audio only.
Yeah.
Nah, but we're honestly, we've already passed an hour, man.
Yeah.
Before that you saying that about the kids,
Uh-huh.
that's thinking proactively, not reactively. That's how we stop the shit, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Keep
I
that
think,
shit up.
bro, honestly, like, I feel like this, like, when I tell people, like, yo, this podcast will be bigger than Joe Rogan's and one of the biggest podcasts, like, I don't think that in the sense of, like, just being cocky. I feel like we're, like, cultivating real conversations. Like, yeah, we can come here and shoot the shit, talk about fucking, like, shorties and fucking sex and weird shit, but we're also here talking about, like, you know, life, and I feel like that's important, you know?
Relatable struggles.
Yeah, and the more people that can have these conversations, the better. So I want to kind of, you know, if we can open the door for other people to have conversations like that, that's the best thing because people should.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
100%.
So I like what y'all doing.
Hell yeah, bro.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for coming by today.
Of
You'll be
course.
back. This is one of those boys only episodes.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, who knows? Maybe we will run some audio only at some point if we're ever in a situation, because we have a lot of back catalog. Maybe we'll run some, like, because we could do it over the phone or some shit. Just like get it recorded right and run some audio only. I think I could actually connect my phone directly to here. So like I could still do a mixer board. So like I could like if we want to do a call in, we can call people in and like have them like just have their own fucking shit.
That's fire.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
Hell yeah. But all right, boys. All right, people at home watching. We love
Peace,
you.
everybody.
It's been amazing.
Peace out.
Peace.